Welcome to NB Ghost, a highly technical circuit inspired by real racetracks such as Spa, Nürburgring and Macau. To reach the starting point, begin at New Babbage Spaceport and turn to 300 degrees on your compass, just to the left of the massive Aspire Grand. Pass under the fast train line and above the second train line, headed towards the twin buildings straight ahead. Turn left out of the twin buildings, then fly under the train line and on the right side of the nearest oncoming pillar. Keep turning gently left and around the right side of the next pillar. The next checkpoint is just below Aspire Grand. Pass under the train line, around its pillar on the left side and then shoot up and through Aspire Grand. Perform a full leap-the-leap of Aspire Grand. And turn left on the gap in the buildings to begin the next section of the track named All Blur. A small Covalex building marks the next checkpoint. Fly to the right side of the train tracks and pass under and between the fast T train pillars. Pass around the third train pillar on the left and pitch up, right and around the tallest buildings on the right side. Take a left turn around this blue triangle building and pass between Blue Triangle's largest towers. Weave these two train pillars before heading to the next section named after the Nürburgring's Carousel. Careful of the trees, pass around this standalone train pillar and aim for this gap in the buildings under the next train line. Fly under the train tracks here to enter the carousel and exit above the train tracks towards these red lit antennas. Next, fly under this metro intersection and around both pillars on the left. Three buildings on the left mark the entry into the Stellar Split section. Pass between the fast T buildings of the three, then loop around the two Nest Apartment skyscrapers on the left side. Go through the nearest two towers of three that you entered Stellar Split on, and pass around the next two towers on the left as well. Then, head down towards the train line. Arc around this train line to enter the Hero Park section and head up towards the Centermass building. Pass around the Centermass and Microtech building on the left side. Head down towards the train line and weave under it starting on the left side. The final pillar to pass around is just after the two observation towers. Take a sharp right towards these two buildings that mark the start of the next section, like Starcloak. Next, turn left towards these two buildings and get ready to weave around the right side of the building directly in front of the gap between them, before turning left across the cityscape towards the Twin Sandwich Tower, passing it on the left side. Pass this very tall antenna with a big red light on the left side and turn right down towards the edge of the city foundations that stick out like a pear. Fly under the city foundations through two large gaps in the piers. Next, fly between these two observation towers passing over the train line. Go under the train line and around these two buildings, passing them on the right side, and then aim for these two tall buildings in the distance. Take a left turn here between the towers towards the train line and this pillar. Fly around the train pillar on the left side and up towards these buildings close by, passing between them and turning left back down towards the train line. Aim for these station buildings and fly between the nearest ones in your flight path. Then, fly up and left over the city block towards the Omega Aerosports HQ tower, and pass around it on the right side under its landing pad. This next section is called the Sanguis Swoop. Aim to pass between the Microtech and Platinum Bay Tower before heading down towards the train line on the other side. Fly down to the left side of the train line and pass under the first two pillars before sweeping up and left towards the bright orange Cuban interstellar towers. Stay under the circular holograms when crossing the next two building checkpoints. Pass around the central tower on the left side and aim towards the next Cuban spire. Then fly down, under and around the nearest train pillar just after it on the left side. You're looking for a train pillar straight ahead between these city blocks to connect to. Pass around it on the right side. Cross over the city foundations, passing this train pillar on the right side. Staying under the train lines, perform a hairpin right turn around these twin buildings. This next section is called Jezjack. It's a corkscrew dance up and around the train tracks here to avoid the city foundations below. Passing under the train line and around the left side of this pillar before these twin observation towers, followed by a weave between the next incoming pillars until the end of the train line. Hairpin left around the last pillar towards the parallel train line and weave its pillars starting with the first one. After the first pillar, exit the second pillar heading up towards the top of these two buildings. Take a right turn between them and the next two nearest oncoming towers until you are headed towards the tallest Covenix headquarters tower in the near distance. Pass around the Covenix headquarters tower on the left and head down towards the nearest train line and pass under it here. Then aim up towards the tallest Glacier Green headquarters tower to pass it on the right side and begin the Crux Coil section of the track. Turn towards the nearby purple lit Nest Department tower and pass around it on the left side, heading down to the train line below. Pass under the split in the train line and then around this pillar on the left, cutting back towards the other train line to pass around its nearest pillar on the right side. Stay to the right side of the next pillar, go under the train line and fly on the right side of these four flags. Passing under the last train line of the track, aim for this gap between the foundation and the building in front of it to return to the start line of NB Geist. This completes a lap of NB Geist. If you want to prove you are one of the fastest ghosts of New Babbage, submit a time trial to the community leaderboards of scr.gg. This track was made for competitive esports ship racing. Race together by visiting enzaracing.com. Made possible in Star Citizen. Join the verse by visiting play.sc. Enzia Racing would like to thank the following: